Just letting you Peanut Mortals know, this year we decided to partner with Extra Life, so we will be doing our big charity stream on November 7th, 2020. We have some mid-tiers that we're going for with rewards that I'm sure some of you will enjoy watching if they actually get there. And also to encourage donations, every $30 donation will receive a playmat shipped to them at no cost while supplies last. Hope to see you guys on that day and enjoy the video. Welcome back to MTG Dungeon, everyone. Today is going to be a very special day. We are going to be trying out a quote-unquote griefer deck. This is a deck that I've been thinking about for a while, and I was like, you know, I might as well just build it on Moto since I have most of the stuff. Before we go into the actual list, the point of this deck is we want to get Teferi Time Reveler on the board and a Silence under Jeskai Scepter, because then at that point your opponent no longer casts spells the rest of the game. So we're effectively locking them out of the game with those 3 cards. So the current list I have, which obviously we're going to be making adjustments throughout until we fine-tune this thing, because this is the deck I definitely want to fine-tune just because it's a fun deck for me. 2 Celestial Colonnade, 3 Flooded Strand, 1 Glacial Fortress, 2 Hollowed Fountain, 5 Island, 1 Mountain, 1 Mystic Gate, 1 Mystic Sanctuary, 1 Plains, 4 Scalding Tarn, 2 Steam Vents, 1 Sulphur Falls. For our removal package, we have 3 Path, 2 Lightning Bolt, 3 Lightning Helix. Obviously, we have 3 Silence, 3 Remand, 3 Snapcaster, 4 Jeskai Scepter. Now, also with Jeskai Scepter, being able to stick Lightning Helixes, Lightning Bolts, or Remands under them is also just really advantageous for us. So that's also just other options that we have if we can't combo them. 2 Forced Negations, because if we tap out for a Teferi, just having a quote-unquote free counterspell up is always nice. 2 Jace Mind Sculptor, 3 Cryptic Command, 3 Supreme Verdict, and 1 Teferi Hero Dominaria, just as an additional kill con if we need it. Sideboard, 2 Ceremonious Rejection, 2 Aether Gust, 1 Disdainful Stroke, 2 Mystical Dispute, 2 Rest in Peace, 1 Ashiok, Nightmare Weaver, I believe. Nightmare Muse? Weaver? Muse? Nightmare Muse, 3 Ashiok Dreamrender, and then 2 Lightning Bolts. So, with that, let's jump into some games. Alright, looks like we are going to be on the play first, which is always nice. Alright, so double Mind Sculptor, Remand. Listen, like, I just... Sand doesn't do much, but it's definitely keepable. Looks like our opponent is mulliganing to 6 cards. 5 cards. Which I guess is good for us. Usually if decks are willing to go to 5 cards, I feel like they're either a combo deck, like Warza, Storm, or Dredge. Oh, they might be a control deck. Alright, so I guess we keep a Remand up. So this might be classic blue-white control for them. Alright, Scalding Tarn. We're going to go ahead and remand this. Or attempt to. Watch out tomorrow. So this is, I believe we're against a Soul Herder deck? No. I mean, so we might as well get our second white source. Yes. I think we just try and stick a Jace here. Alright. Opponent doesn't have anything on the board. I think we just look at the top card of the library. And we're just going to start fate stealing them. Seal away? No, they can have that. I don't care about that. So, what's going to be bad for our opponent is we might just be able to stick to, if Teferi sticks next turn, we're definitely be very happy about that. Swatch tomorrow. Face down card. Mountain. So instead of this just leaves play, right? So we're gonna try and stick Big Daddy Teferi. Because if he resolves, we just get an uptick and then have a remand up. And I mean, might as well Fate Seal. Banishing Lights, bottom of library. Yes, that is an answer card against us, technically. So, I mean, we're not doing what we really want to do. Which is just, like, finding our 3-drop Teferi and sticking out Scepter Silence. But, like, in this match, I feel where we are currently at is definitely fine. Especially because now he is not pressuring our Planeswalkers, like, at all. Because he's going to ephemerate that again, so it's going to come and play tapped. Like, granted, they're drawing cards like crazy, but us having a remand up currently is fine. So, what, Jace ults in 4 turns? It's 9, 11, 13. Yeah, so we get the Jace ult in 4 turns. Teferi ult in less than that, in 3 turns. Looks like they did not find an answer. Alright, so uptick Teferi. We do get a Time Raveler. So I think I'm gonna play the Scalding Tarn. I think we just try and stick this. Because if we stick it, he just can't instant speed anymore. And if he has a counter spell, I feel like he's definitely going to... Sure. You can draw all the cards you want to at this point. Like, all I am searching for is a silence. That's fine. If Teferi resolves, I think I actually downtick Jace and dig for a silence. Oh, man. Alright, I guess not downtick. 0 Jace. Do not find a silence. So Jace can go on top. And the Mystic Gate can go on top. Oh, we might as well shuffle. Get Island. Yeah, we'll downtick on that so we can draw a card. Maybe we get lucky and top draw silence. Oh my god. Oh, the dream is real. Alright. Oops. Undo. Yeah, you get your card. Congrats. Isochron Scepter. Okay. So pass. Oh, I see if our opponent realizes that he's locked out of the game. It's like, alright, whatever. I'm like, yeah, that's a... he's... Oh, God, I love it. I love it so much. Oh, and they just completely quit. Oh, that seems like such a great start for this video. Alright, we'll try a few more games and see if we want to make any adjustments. Alright, match 2. Let's give this a shot. 2 lands, double scepter, remand, helix, cryptic. Seems keepable. Skater Boy going to 6. Alright. So, Scalding Tarn pass. Take the upkeep off. Alright. Let's throw in a Hollowed Fountain. No. So I think we just fire off on Jeskai Scepter here. If they counter, that's fine because we have a second one in hand and we're not losing a spell out of our hand. Force Negation Snapcaster Mage. Perfectly okay with that. Like, if at this point, if we can just keep 2 for 1 on our opponent, I'm definitely fine with that. So this is a... Oh, I don't remember what you tap for. I'm pretty sure it's a Soul Tie list. So, I'm going to expect Uros. Alright, let's try it again. Cool. So we'll put a remand under it. Because just being able to, like, every time I want to cast a spell, just having the 2 mana, like, remand them. We're not losing a card. We're actually gaining a card. Because we get the draw from the remand, and we're forcing them to spend more mana on things. So ideally, they're playing an Uro, or they're casting an Uro next turn. Growth Spiral. Alright. So this is an Uro Piles deck. I'm digging for something. Put it on bottom. Alright. Sanctuary. You can put a Growth Spiral back on top if you want. Alright. Sure. So then they have the option of casting Uro. So I don't know if we'll actually be able to... Oh, wow. That's a really good top draw. I don't know if we'll be able to, like, lock out our opponent. Because we've gone through 2 Scepters. We only have 2 left. Haven't seen a Teferi. So if we go into get one more land, so we're gonna have Teferi, Jeskai Scepter, Teferi, remand backup. I don't care about Growth Spiral. Sure. Chooses not to put Opt on top because I was like, putting Opt on top just doesn't do anything there. Alright, well, I mean, not playing creatures. Might as well Helix. I guess I could have Helixed Jeskai Scepter my own Helix. Ooh, there's a silence. At this point, I might as well just try and stick him. Like, Cryptic would be bad here, because he could just go counterbounce, but it's like Snapcaster. Sure. Snapcaster up, so he's just digging for a counterspell at this point. I think I prefer that. Originally, I was looking at a blue-white list for the Scepter Silence one. I think I like the Jeskai option better just because we have more options. I could just down-tick to Fairy and draw a card, but I might as well just, at that point, I think I just up-tick. I guess that is also a combo. If Snapcaster doesn't go after Teferi, we can just down-tick Teferi, bounce our own Isochron Scepter, cast it, get Silence, and then start locking them out of the game. Sure. So they play at sorcery speed now, and a bolt. All right. If we had another white source, definitely would have been a lot better. I'm down to 10. And we're getting unlucky not finding this 5th land. So I probably should have with the Helix. I should have cast it and then remanded it. Would have probably been the best play. Attempt to remand it. Cool. Yeah, I mean, alright. Yep. Mystic Sanctuary, put the Helix back on top of our deck. Yeah, it's fine. Then we can just attempt the Teferi. If he resolves, we just get an untap 2 land and have the remand up. So now he's just digging for the actual counterspell. Oh, doesn't find it. So now he's going to attempt to opt for one. Bottom. Did he find it? He does. Okay. Sure. I mean, we're making him use a bunch of resources. He's at 9. We have a Helix that we have on top. If he can't find an Uro, then we're just fine. Because now, like, we have a Colonnade as well. And a Helix, so he's effectively on a 3-ish turn clock. So I don't think there's a need to Helix him. We definitely would like another white source. Yeah, let's go to our draw. Hey. Attempt to activate. So attack. No blocks down to 5. Pass turn. Alright, I was just like, if we didn't have an answer for that, we had the additional combat step plus a lightning helix up. Alright, so Mystical Disputes, Ashiok, I think, come in. I don't think lightning bolts are going to be as effective. And I don't think Supreme Verdicts are going to be as effective in this match. So I will say that's an important thing if you're going to be running decks like Scepter Silence, is having alternate win cons than just your lockout is an important thing. So like we also have Jace, Big Teferi, Colonnade, and then just like Snap Bolts is additional ways for us to win. Like that one, we're able to just slowly grind them down. Like we had potential to lock him out of the game. But yeah, I'm guessing this is an Uro Piles deck. I just didn't happen to see Uros. Or Omnath. I'm guessing those are probably two of the things they look for. I don't know, maybe it's Nimbus? I mean, there's a bunch of options it could have been. I feel like it's a... this seems keepable. Island. I assume they're going to opt. We could Mystical Dispute it, but obviously we want to try and save Mystical Dispute for more important things. Like Omnath. Ooh, top draw Force Negation is nice. So we can kind of hope that they're going to attempt to tap out for an Omnath. Omnath for an Uro on their turn, because then we can just Mystical Dispute it. And then effectively force them to have a force of... Well, they couldn't... A Force Negation for our Ashiok that would come down the following turn. Man. Alright, they are just all about that draw. I mean, maybe they're just Teamer? I mean, at that point, though, like, you might as well splash white for Omnath. Sure. Tempt Ashiok. I expect a counter here. Sure. And like that's the ones like I'm fine with. Because like if Ashiok hits, it gets his advantage. If it doesn't hit, it's not a key part. It's not a key card that I need. Alright. Yep, Cryptic on top. So we're just gonna pass because now we can just like Mystical Dispute and then snap Mystical Dispute for any crazy thing he's gonna do. Yeah, you draw a cryptic command. Putting what, Grow Spiral back on top? Like, opt, sure. Like, I'm not... I don't know what they're kill... Like... No. This actually wouldn't be a terrible card for this deck. Probably. Let's just dig for our silence. It doesn't find us a scepter, though. No. 3 cards in hand. We know one's a cryptic. Sure. I thought this was the Sultai one, but I could be wrong. It might be the red one. Oh man, additional force negation. All right, so I think we're just here's the thing when it's two control-ish decks looking at each other. It's kind of the first person to cast a relevant spell loses. I think that's fine. And opt, yeah, we kind of figured that. Oh. Oh my goodness. All right. And so them having the Snapcasters to just be able to... Alright, so that's... Okay, so... So now we can Snapcaster. And we can just attempt to mystical dispute this. I was like, because now if he wanted to, he could force negate it, losing 2 cards. A braid, sure. All right. All right. Huntmaster. Alright. So this is a teamer deck, I guess? So he currently has enough. For Cryptic. Which is unfortunate. No. So we would not like Lightning Helix. Ugh. Alright, yeah, they're gonna have that one. Alright. Game 3. So I think it's bringing more bolts at that point. And I think we're going to drop a Cryptic for a 4th bolt. For on the play, I think we want to be more tempo-y because I haven't seen them play an Uro, so I don't know what their life gain package is. Yes we would. That seems fine. Well, they're going to 6. Alright, so... land first. At this point, we're gonna see if they have a... forced negation, because, I mean, we'll try and cast an Jeskai Scepter. No. Down to 16. Yes. Alright, so now it's like, alright, do you have an Abrade? I would kind of assume so if they let it resolve. Ooh. Alright. We're looking pretty okay in this matchup right now. Yeah. So... I mean, like, I might as well force them to do it on their turn. And we get to draw a card. We draw additional bolt. Yay. Us digging deeper at this point is a big one. Sure. You got a growth spiral now. Make you tap mana on your turn. Temptable 2. Hooray! Alright. So, like, next turn, depending on what they do, we might just attempt to stick a Jace. So, cast bolt, hold priority, activate Jeskai Scepter. Watch my opponent be real confused. It's like, what? Remand our own bolt. So this way we get to keep bolt and draw a card. Remand the remand. Okay. Oh, you remanded my own bolt, so I don't get to draw a card. Oh no! Tempted to Fairy. Oh, please. I was like, please force negation, exile a blue card from your hand so I can remand it and feel really good about myself. Snapcaster. Yeah, no. I'd like you to pay 3 more for it. Okay, sure. Yeah, sure, you have Veil. Congrats. Uptick. Since you can't respond, might as well just grab a mountain and bolt your snappy boy. Now, in case you have a bolt in hand, you can't kill Teferi. Yep. Do you have a second bolt in hand? You do. Okay, cool. So really, I would think I want to top draw a land here. Alright, well, tempt Jace. Alright. So we're both on top draws. Oh, why can't I find a land? At least he tries to cryptic. I have a remand up for it. Sure. Say uptick. Pass. Hooray! Now whenever he casts spells, I don't have to worry about getting into a counter spell war with him. At this point, we just want to top draw Silence, and so we can just down tick to Fairy, bounce our Jeskai Scepter, put it back down, put Silence under it, lock him out of the game. Veil? Or Bolt? Or Force Negation? I mean, like... Bolt? Okay. Sure. Oh, why? We gotta wait 2 turns now. Okay, so we know he's gonna top draw a Bolt. And so we will, at that point, just hard cast Force Negation on that Bolt. Because he can't respond to it. No. Oh. Okay. So now I'm pretty sure we just win this game. So during your upkeep, silence you. Okay. Yep, Ice Concept resolves. Silence. Does he realize he's just locked out of the game? Boop, boop. We did it. Oh man. All right. So that's what we're gonna. I think it's a good starting point for this deck. So if you guys want to leave any comments down below, obviously please like and subscribe. It does help our channel. Comment any adjustments you have suggestions for, or any other fun griefer decks you guys maybe want to see us to play. We can look into those as well. Thanks for stopping by. Also, a friendly reminder, on November 7th, I just